You ever just need a break from it all? Whoa, back up, buddy. I'm a TF2'er, alright? If you go, that's like 90% of our audience out of here, alright? I meant, do you ever get bored or need a break from the online parts of TF2? I mean, I guess you could queue up against bots in the offline practice mode, but that's like taking candy from a baby who's blind and deaf and on fire. If only there was a custom created campaign curated to cure my curious case of burnout. Oh wow, what a fucking shock. The video subject matter is here to save the day. Introducing Mercenary Mode Headhunt, a single-player TF2 campaign created by BetaM. Links in the description down below. Headhunt features not just one, but two full-fledged campaigns filled with action, love, drama.
She wasn't 14. She wasn't 13. She wasn't even 12.
And suspense. Headhunt features a whopping 25 missions for you to complete, 12 on red and 12 on blue, with a final mission unlocked only after beating both sides. First, you have to decide who to work for, red with Ed or blue with Lou. Both will be your main man for the missions, informing you of your instructions and providing perks, power-ups, and additional personnel. Of course, I look terrible in blue, so we're going to choose Red Ed Redemption over here. After a quick meeting with Ed, who gives us the rundown.
Welcome. I'm glad you could join us. Folks call me Red Ed, and I'll be handling your missions here. You can already start a few of them, so get going.
We're free to choose any of the currently unlocked missions by hitting the blackboards here, and with a ring of a bell, we're briefed to go to the Badlands.
We're moving out to the Badlands to secure land for a new base. You'll be joined by the finest C team we have available.
Missions have a primary objective you have to complete to progress through the campaign successfully. Generally, they're what you would expect from TF2. Capture the point, capture the flag, defend the payload, etc. However, there's a decent chunk of levels that have incredibly unique mechanics to them, such as destroying garbage bags before time runs out, destroying the payload cart by shooting it, or, my personal favorite mission, defending the last point alone as engineer. With the primary objectives comes the bonus objectives. Bonus objectives not only further spice up the gameplay by requiring you to do something even more challenging for completion, but they also unlock special rewards for you to use throughout the rest of the campaign. We have these two custom all-class melee weapons, headshot or backstab resistance, the ability to see teammates through walls, or the much more obvious and better choice of a speed boost when spawning. Seriously, would you rather have $10 or your tongue is now worm sort of choice here? Ed even hires some help here for us in the form of old Pete here, buffing us with banners in the midst of a battle. Now, I won't showcase and spoil all the missions here, but I'll shine a spotlight on some personal favorites and the finale.
Here's an unconventional demolition job for you. There's a ton of garbage left lying around from the victory party on Dustbowl. Though, you weren't invited to that one. Still, someone's gotta clean it up before Blue comes around.
Our job here is pretty simple. Destroy 40 garbage bags scattered across the free stage of Dustbowl before time runs out. Despite how simple this mission is though, I absolutely love it, bringing me back to my melee days of break the targets. We only have 30 seconds, thankfully the clock does extend just enough every time we take out the trash. The bonus objective also drastically changes this game mode from a sprint to a marathon. Instead of destroying 40 bags as fast as possible, you gotta space them all out enough so you can actually reach the very end of Dustbowl with just enough time left to destroy this sad scout cutout. Of course, I know a lot about garbage, just take a look at my content.
Mission complete. Mission 2, start.
This is bad. Blue has launched a surprise attack on our Gorge base. We have some automated defenses there, but you have to help fend them off. Hurry!
This Gorge defense mission has got to be my favorite overall though. Genuinely think this concept alone could be a game all within itself. All we have to do is defend this last point for 6 whole minutes. Alone. With no backup or help. Except old Pete, of course. Thankfully, several sentries scattered around save our survival. We can't upgrade them, but we can repair and restock them. Of course, that means poking our head out from the safety of the last point into the horde of bullets. It offers a great risk versus reward system. We could go out to repair the sentries further away from the point, buying us more time at the cost of potentially dying and losing more sentries while we respawn. Enemy spies can also spawn in and sap the sentries, giving them even more time to shoot them into scrap metal. It's just an extremely unique mission. The only thing that I've ever played that comes close to it is probably Dungeon Defenders or Orcs Must Die. Eventually though, the time does tick down, and without too much trouble, we trudge on to the next trial.
This is a joint mission between Red and Manco. Blue is taking over our co-owned beer distillery. You're gonna distract the enemy away from the facility while Mr. Hale from Manco cleans house. If everything goes right, beer and business will be back to normal.
The last thing I was expecting was to be playing as Saxon Hale in this. Still, I was pleasantly surprised. Instead of fighting a bunch of bots as Hale though, you're being put through this sort of tutorial or practice run as Hale, needing to collect ducks and destroy buildings scattered across the map within a limited time frame. While not as exciting as the other two missions, it was a shocking shakeup, and since they say I'm Saxon Guy online, I do feel obligated to showcase this mission off. Short, sweet, and simple. If you need to practice as Hale in terms of moving around the map or testing out his abilities, I recommend this mission in particular. With all the missions done and out of the way now, there's only one left.
Alright, let's begin.
Now wait a minute here, you can't just...
Is that you, Lewis? Give it up, man. This work is gonna work for us.
But we've been through so much together.
You're a loser now, just like you were back in college.
That's it. I'm fast-tracking full force assault on Viaduct.
Oh yeah? You think you're the only one with the resources to do a raid?
We'll see each other there then.
Well, Merc, looks like our battle will be your job interview. Now let's go kick his ass.
Lou from Blue is pretty pissed off about us picking poorly, and it shows. Our final battle is set during a blizzard on Viaduct, and what's worse is that Blue has the advantage here, setting up sentries before the battle has even begun. It's an uphill battle. Thankfully, we got old Pete and even Ed here to support us in stopping Blue and Lou. When the bloodbath and bullets finally stop, we can head back to the base to receive our final reward. And that's a brief introduction to Red's campaign in Headhunt, brilliantly created by BetaM with the Steam page and download in the description down below. Keep in mind there's still an entire second campaign with Blue that features 12 entirely new and unique missions, maps, weapons, upgrades, and more for you to run through as well. Headhunt is easily one of the most impressive and unique maps, game mode, I don't know what to call this thing. But whatever it is, it's easily the most impressive, unique thing I've ever played in TF2. Every time I thought the experience was over or expected, there was another twist to the formula that kept me engaged. From the custom workshop maps, to having a dedicated support buddy, to the upgrade system, to the custom weapons. There's even news of BetaM creating another version of Headhunt next year, and I'm extremely excited what he creates in the future. Not just for Headhunt, but any other custom maps as well. See you later, Space Cowboys.